the time you're watching me. God bless you for being part of my life tonight. So today is another beautiful day in our lives, and we are going to review at this moment a beautiful movie production by Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. Very educative one for that matter. You can't afford to miss watching this review from the beginning to the end because I've watched the movie. I am here to review it to you guys, what happened from the beginning to the end of the movie, what played out and how it ended. I know you're going to learn a whole lot from this movie review. Remember, Sonia and Maurice cannot give us what is not nice. You get. So I've watched it. I've learned a whole lot about it. That is why I'm here to give you guys full review of the movie titled Turning Tide by Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. So in case you have not watched it or you have watched it, so let's just share our ideas together because I'm really loaded with what I have learned from this. So guys, give me a small time. I want to share this link to some other persons who might wish to join me live here. So stay tuned. Let me share out this link to some persons that might like to join. So guys, we are here. So if you're here already, please share this live video, okay? Share, 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 share. Make sure you share this live video. Don't be stingy. Please don't be stingy. Share this live video if you are here already and comment the location where you are watching us from tonight and give us a love emoji if at all you love what we are doing here. So without wasting much of your time, guys, let's just go straight to the point for me to review actually the movie Turning Tide by Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. This is another banger, another banger, another banger from Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche. In case you have not watched it, just chill. Let me give you the whole detail. Okay, it started in this movie called Turning Tide. Maurice and Sonia Uche, they were married. Very happy one for that matter. Happily married. They were enjoying their marriage like normal couple without worries, without issues. Guys, listen very well. It's not all about watching a movie. What do you learn from it? What do you learn from it? Have the thing inspired your life? Do you learn anything that is going to help you in your life? That is what to look out for whenever you're watching any movie. And I'm really loaded after watching this movie. Okay, guys, let's go there. So in this movie, Sonia and Maurice, they are happily married without issues, without worries. They were enjoying their life until Sonia, her name in this movie is Dana. Why the name of Maurice Sam in this movie is Oscar. So Dana and Oscar were enjoying their marriage in a peaceful way until Dana allowed her friends, her fake friends, her wicked friends that want to ruin her marriage to come in between her and her husband. That is when they started having issue. It started after Dana's first outing with her friends, two of her school friends from the university. And remember, these are two friends. They have been friends from year one till finals. They did all the school runs, all the school hookup together. They were so shocked that Dana of all Dana could get married before them. Not only getting married to a wealthy, successful, young nigger like Oscar. It shocked them. They never believed that. Because of that, and they were so envious of Dana, they wanted by all means to scatter the marriage of Dana. They wanted to come and join them in their singlehood. And you think this is not happening in real life? It happens. So, guys, after Dana went out on a date with her friends, her two friends, that was when they started telling her, Dana, your husband is fucking rich. Your husband is damn rich. Why are you still driving this old car of yours? Can't you tell him to change it for you? What are you waiting for? I thought by now you should have been riding the most expensive car. Turning Tide is a blockbuster. It's on fire. Okay, thank you so much for commenting. Okay, guys. So I stopped at their first acting. So they started telling Dana, so you are looking to get this man as your husband, very rich for that matter, and you are not demanding for him to change your life. What are you still doing with this old car? Is it not time for him to get you a new ride? Dana was like being Sonia. No, I'm okay with my car. My car is not giving me issues. I'm then okay with it. I don't need a new one for now. They were like, they dear. If man never do you something, you will not learn. This your husband, you think he doesn't have a side chick outside? You think girls are not going in for him? You'll be surprised that he might spend billions of naira to furnish another girl's life, to get another girl a new ride or buy a girl a house while you are here answering Mrs. Somebody, Mrs. of a billionaire without anything to show for it. So after the friends bombarded her with advice, fake advice, wrong advice, in order to do what? Destroy her marriage. She went back home. While Dana was eating with her husband that night, she was like, honey, she was not like responding fine. Oscar was like, being Maurice, what's going on, baby? What's the problem? What's going on? She was like, that you promised me earlier that you want to get me a new business, a health business. Now it is the time. The husband was like, no, leave it by month ending. She said, no, I need it now. It is now I want it. The husband was like, allow me to save up much. We're not talking about small money. We're talking about 100M to open a hair shop for you. Chill till the end of the month. Let me save enough. She said, no, I need it now and now and now and now. So after the whole stuff, Oscar accepted to give her the money. Okay. So after giving Donna the money, so the following day, Oscar went out for his business and he had an accident that disfigured him and he was not using a wheelchair to walk. He couldn't do anything again by himself. Dana is the one to bathe him, to feed him, to push him around the house or anything at all he wants to do. It is always Dana who will help him to do that. So as this was going on, so Dana went out again on a date with her friends. She was not discussing her marriage, what she's passing through. With these her two friends that want to destroy her marriage at all cost. So when she was not discussing the issue with them, that this is what she's passing through, that since ever her husband had an issue, that he has not been doing anything by himself, that she has been the one taking care of him, bathing him, feeding him, and all that, the two friends were like, oh, okay, let's take some comments. This person said, seeing Maurice in the wheelchair was so emotional, very, very emotional. It was really touching. Very, very emotional, and it was really very touching. Okay, then after her second outing with her friends, where she was discussing her present condition in her marriage to her friends was like, Dana, you're a beautiful girl. You're a beautiful young lady. How can you reduce yourself to that level of taking care of somebody to turn to someone's nanny? Don't your husband have family and friends? Sisters and mother that will come to town, that will come to city to look after him. Why should you be the one to be doing all those things for your husband? Don't you think you have passed that level? Look at you, you're a beautiful young lady. I don't think you should be suffering all those things with that man. Leave him. Because if you should be the one in the shoe, Oscar will leave you, being Maurice Sam. He won't stay with you to be doing all this with you. Her friends were just trying to make sure they drag her out from her marriage for her to come and join them. Then after that advice for the second meeting, she went home. She started changing. She changed everything for her husband. She was no longer caring. Like, she was no longer caring at all to her husband. Her husband kept on complaining. Dana, you have changed. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? The next minute she left the house uh, for a third meeting again with her friends. Dear, her friends told her, Dana, it is time for you to get yourself a ride. If you get yourself a ride, we are going to be meeting top men in town who will come for you. Remember, your car is already outdated. If you get yourself a new ride now, you see a lot of rich guys coming for you. This was the advice from her friends to go and get a new ride to flex in town and hook up with different kind of men in town that will take good care of her. Then after that meeting, she now decided to go and get a new car with the money her husband gave to her to start up a business. When her husband asked, she was like, yeah, I need the car, and I use the money to buy the car. The husband on a wheelchair wept. Dana, how could you? I gave you money before this accident to start up a hair business. Why then do you use that same money to go and get yourself a new car, whereas you have a car? She was like, that is all what she wants at the moment. Hmm. Oh, this movie is really so emotional. I cried and cried while watching this. Let's take another comment. Okay, this person said, Sonia nailed her role, actually. You know, Sonia cannot disappoint, and she can never disappoint us. Sonia can never disappoint. So, after getting herself a new wife, she started flying up and down, going out with different kind of men, abandoning her husband to the extent that her husband Oscar said, please, can you get me a maid? Can you get me a nanny to be helping me in the house? Then I said, no, we do not need a maid in this house. There is no maid for you. You can take care of yourself for all I care. As the husband was still talking, she left. Where are you going to? I have to go wherever I want to go to. You cannot stop me. She left. Then that day after she left, her friend hooked her up with another guy they want to use to really destroy her marriage and her life. They hooked her up with a new lover. So after her meeting that day, she came back and the new lover told her to go and serve her husband a divorce paper that he is going to get married to her. And she accepted. And remember, all these things were arrangements from the fake friends of Dana that want to destroy her marriage. They arranged a guy to come into her life to pretend to push her to go and divorce her sick husband so that he can get married to her. And she accepted. That day, after waking up with the new guy, she went home, served her husband a divorce paper. The husband was crying. No, Dana, you can't do this to me. Remember, I'm sick. I'm still on my sick bed. How could you do this to me? Please and please. Oscar, that is Maurice, and begged and begged. And Dana, that is Sonia Uche, did not listen. She refused. She did not listen. And later, Oscar has no choice than to sign the divorce paper. After signing, Dana immediately moved in with her new lover. So after she moved in with her new lover, so the next part, Oscar was trying to go, Oscar was trying to cross the main road to go and get himself what he want to cook for him and the 7-year-old daughter. Remember, they had a daughter already around 7 years. So he was trying to cross the road with his wheelchair to go and get something he want to prepare for him and the 7-year-old daughter of his. So along the line, a lady was driving almost to hit him. The lady shocked and stopped and said, sir, don't want to hurt yourself? Does it mean you don't have anyone to care for you? In this your critical condition, you shouldn't be coming out, let alone trying to cross a highway. Oscar was crying that he doesn't have anyone to help him out and all of that. So the woman, out of pity, stopped and drove Oscar home. Dear, Oscar in tears narrated everything happening to him in his life, how his marriage scattered, how his wife left him on a sick bed in a wheelchair, all because she wanted a flashy life, all because she needed someone who is healthy, forgetting that he was once a healthy and a handsome nigger. So after telling his story to this beautiful lady he met, that is called Jenny, Jenny now decided out of sympathy to stay with Oscar in order to be taking care of him and also his 7-year-old daughter. So as God may have it, Jenny was not trying her best to make sure he cook, take care of Oscar very well. Along the line, as Oscar was still taking his medication, Jenny was trying by all possible means to make sure he stand up one day with his 2 legs and walk. So they were now doing practice and upon practice. Every morning they would do practice until one fateful morning, finally, Oscar stood up and moved his leg by walking. It was a big celebration in the life of Oscar and also Jenny. Finally, Oscar can walk again. Even the daughter was so happy that his dad can now walk again. So after that incident, it was a shocking moment in the life of Jenny because Jenny never expected this. Oscar has no other choice than to engage and get married to Jenny, a woman who stood by him when he was really down, when he was nobody, when he needed help, a woman that came to his rescue when he needed the most rest and help he needed in his life. That is Jenny. He has no choice than to engage and get married to Jenny. So after getting married to Jenny, that was when the twist in this movie happened. A very shocking twist happened immediately that Oscar got married to Jenny. Remember, where Dana found herself, she was no longer enjoying the relationship. The guy is a cheat. He's a bad person. He's not a good person at all. So she was now struggling to manage to stay with this very guy. Remember, this very guy that her friends arranged to her in order to deceive her to divorce her husband. He is not a good person at all. He is not a good person. Then this very guy started treating Dana so bad, like seriously so bad, to the extent that one morning they woke up and Dana woke up with a written note from this her new found love that she should vacate the house, that the next day that the house rent is going to expire and police is looking for him for a bad deal, a bad business they did together, that police is now looking for him. So at that point, Dana has no option again in her life than to seek for any other way to shelter herself, because she cannot go back to her fake friends that lure her to leave her husband in that critical moment, all because they want to ruin her marriage. So in this condition now, she has no choice. She started making calls on where she can lay her head, or where she can be staying for the moment to gather up her life. Okay, guys, let's take some comments before we go in detail. This person said, Dana messed up herself big time. Exactly. Dana messed up full time. And this is the same situation that so many girls are finding themselves in this present condition, but they will not learn. There are so many fake friends out there. Though I'm still going to, after narrating this story, I'm still going to tell you guys what I've learned in detail in this particular story, because I really learned a whole lot about life and fake friends in this particular movie of Sonia and Maurice Sam. Then after she reads that written note from her fake lover, she has no other choice. She started making calls to find where she can be staying for the moment. Then she called one of her cousins, her distant cousin. Then the cousin now told her, okay, gave her address to come around and be staying with them for the meantime. And this her distant cousin happens to be this same Jenny that took care of Oscar, her ex-husband, that picked Oscar on the highway and started taking care of him. From there, after Oscar recovered, Oscar engaged and got married to her. She didn't know that her ex-husband is now the husband of her own distant cousin, Jenny, that she called, that she wants to be staying with her for the moment, that her husband died in motor accident alongside with her own daughter. And at that process, she also changed her name to her cousin, that her cousin should not be calling her this kind of name again. Now, this is her new name in order to just cover up all the whole mess that has happened in her life. She doesn't want to bear the name Dana again in her life. So when she called her cousin Jenny, Jenny has no option than to let her husband to know, that is Oscar, that her distant cousin will be coming to stay with them for the meantime. So finally, when she arrived to the address, that is Dana, she was not like, is this not Oscar's address? She called Jenny again. Jenny, I'm sure you gave me a wrong address. What is happening? What is going on? The address you gave to me, it is a wrong address, because she was shocked that it was the same address of her ex-husband, Oscar. Jenny said, no, come on, Dana, this is my address. It is the real address I get to. That is where I stay. I moved in here a few days ago. When she walked in, she was so shocked. She didn't know what else to do. Then Jenny, that didn't know what is going on, said, okay, let me let my husband know that you are around. You get. Then Jenny went to call Oscar. Immediately, Oscar sighted Dana. He was so shocked to see Dana in that situation, in that condition. A beautiful woman he married, to be tattered, unkept, like what happened? Oscar was like, Dana, this is not your place anymore. You can leave. She begged and begged and begged and begged. Oscar did not agree. Oscar left her immediately and told her wife and told his wife, please, I do not want to see this woman here. She is my ex-wife, the woman that treated me so bad in my own critical condition. I cannot take her in my own apartment. He went upstairs. Jenny went with him to go and beg. He did not agree. So the next time she came back again, that is she came back again to apologize for the second time again. Please, that Oscar should find a way in his life to forgive. That Oscar should please forgive her at that moment. So when she was begging, her cousin again was like, why should you have this kind of mind to treat your own husband badly this way, no matter what happened? She was not explaining that it was from her fake friends who advised her wrongly to leave her husband in that critical condition. That at that moment, she was not thinking straight. And she has to just abide by the wrong advice coming from her friends that want to ruin her marriage. That was why she divorced her husband and left to another guy. And the guy she ran into was the guy prepared, arranged by her fake friend just to make sure they completely destroy her marriage. Then after the explanation, Jenny went up again and started begging Oscar to find a place in his heart to forgive Dana. Then when he came down, Dana was like, please, I want to beg you for one thing. Allow me to have access to my daughter. I want to be seeing my daughter. Just forgive me in any way I've wronged you. Please, Oscar, I am begging, forgive me. Please, I need you to forgive me. So when she was apologizing and begging, Oscar was like, okay, I have forgiven you. I've given you access to your daughter. You have every right to be seeing your daughter from now, but marriage is over because I'm already married to a woman that came to my rescue when you abandoned me. So quickly, Jenny went upstairs to go and bring their 7-year-old daughter to come and meet their mom. It was really an emotional moment, mother and daughter meeting after so many years that she left them. So, guys, this is where this amazing and educative movie, 20 Tide, ended. So there are a whole lot of lesson to learn from the story. So now we're going to be talking about the lesson I've learned from this story. So you can also share your own stuff, share your own idea or your opinion or whatever you have learned from this movie. Please, the comment section is open. I know so many of you have not watched it and some have watched it. Please, in case you have watched or you've not watched it and you have learned something from my direction, please, you can drop your own opinion at the comment section, whatever thing you feel that you have learned from this amazing story of Sonia and or Maurice, and you can drop at the comment section. So back to what I've learned from this story. Number one, as a married woman, not every advice you will take from your single friends. I'm not saying you should start keeping malice from your single friends. No, I never said that. Some of your single friends, they are still genuine and good and they wish you well, but some are evil. Some don't want your progress. Immediately you are married, most especially when you end up getting married to a successful man, most of your friends will not be happy with you anymore. They want to destroy you and destroy your marriage at all costs. That is the situation that Dana found herself, and she did not use her number six to think and know that her friends are not happy with her. That after all the runs, all the hookup they did in school, she was the only one lucky to catch a handsome looking young man like Oscar and rich for that matter. They were all envious of her. So you watching me, okay, let's take this comment before we go into detail. This person said, it's important to keep your friends away from your marriage matter. Exactly. When you have a marriage boost, please, not everything you will tell your friends. Stop telling your friends some marital issue. You can look for a good counselor. You can look for someone different to share your story with, an older person, not your circle of friends, because some of them might be wishing you bad. Some of them might not want you to remain in that your marriage because you are happy. Because these friends of Dana, they keep on complaining that every time my husband this, my husband that. So Dana did not know that these her friends were not happy with her. Do you understand me? So always keep your marital issues away from your friends, most especially your circle of friends. Share it with people that is far from you, people who do not know you, people who can give you a genuine advice, not your single friends. Sometimes your single friends, not all of them who are bad, but sometimes some of your single friends, they are good. Do you understand me? They are very, very good. Don't quote me wrong, please. Some of your single friends, they are still very good and they wish you well. But how will you know? With their fruit, we shall know them. Sit down, think critically about the advice and your communication with them after your marriage. Then from there, you will know if they genuinely love you or not. And for you that want to leave your marriage or your husband in a critical condition to go and meet another guy, and the guy knows the story about how you left your husband in a critical condition, do you think that kind of man will marry you? No, never. He will not. He will just use you and dump you the same way that Dana was used and done by another person. This man opened his mouth to tell Dana, get out of my life. So you think that I will marry you after you left your husband in a critical condition, in a critical condition to run to me. So if life happened to me tomorrow, you still leave me in that condition to run to another man. So always use your number six. When you watch a movie, try to sit down and learn something from that movie. Do you understand me? It is not all about watching a movie. What have you learned from that movie? Have that movie inspired you? Have it transformed your life in any way? Do you understand me? So the story of Oscar, Dana, and Jenny, it is really something that someone has to always sit down and think of it. Imagine your ex-husband finally got married to a distant cousin without you knowing, all because cannot handle it. Let me tell you, no condition is permanent in this world. Do you understand me? Because Dana was all thinking that Oscar can never get back to his feet again. And she left because of wrong advice from her friends. And now a woman that has patience waited, nurtured, and took care of Oscar. And now she is now enjoying the whole world. All the thing that the both of them labored together, that is Oscar and Dana. It is now another woman, Jenny, that is now enjoying it because she was not patient. She took the advice of her fake friends, of her wrong friends, of her wicked friends that want to just destroy her marriage, that want her to come and join them in their singlehood. So, guys, it is not all about watching a movie. Have that movie transformed your life? So, let's take another comment. This person said, be smart enough to read the handwritten on the wall. Know when to draw the line with friends. Exactly. We are not saying you should keep malice with your single friends after you're married. No, just use your number six because some of them might be envious of you. Some of them might be jealous of you. Some of them might not be happy that you got married before them or you got married to a successful and rich young man before them. Do you understand? There are really fake friends everywhere. Fake friends, friends enemy. There are plenty for this world. Always use your number six. Use the number six in everything you do in this life because fake friends, there are many. Fake friends, they are everywhere. They are ready to destroy. They are ready to make you like to reduce it to their own level, to make you to come and join them in their own level, in their own lowest level. By that, they will be happy. Okay, so guys, I hope that you have learned something from this amazing movie, Turning Tide by Maurice and Sonia Uche, our queen. So guys, comment the location where you are watching from. And remember, for more updates coming from my channel, yeah, do well to subscribe, turn on your bell notification. Don't forget to share this video. Okay, God bless you for watching. I'm going to be ending this live video here. So don't forget to comment the location where you are watching this video from and what you have learned from this amazing movie, Turning Tide. God bless you guys for always coming back to watch my video. I love you guys and see you in my next update. Bye bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.